Hey, everybody. Welcome to football season. We are back. Tonight is the Hall of Fame game. We are ready to get it going. So, what we're doing today is I'm going to be joined by a special guest of mine. If you are familiar with a ducking wrestling podcast, you know him. Good friend of mine named Jerry. Known each other since we were about 12 years old. So, we are going to sit down and have a discussion. And that discussion is going to revolve around something that I have become very passionate about and have somehow gained a lot of knowledge inadvertently, and that is jerseys. So we're going to sit down and he and I are going to have a discussion about my top 5 NFL jerseys of all time. These can be throwbacks, these can be one-offs, these can be current, or they could be traditional old jerseys. So y'all sit back, relax, and enjoy, and we'll see you here in a minute.
Always untold. Every mile's a brand new reward. Come ride with the rowdy Texan abroad.
Welcome back, everybody. We are here. We are getting it done. We are rocking and rolling. We are going to talk about jerseys today because I think it's about time somebody does. I mean, there's not 1,000 different videos on YouTube to go about your jersey breakdown and desire, but you've got 2 guys who worked in the industry for a long time. My friend here sitting to my side, my homeboy, my personal Wooly Willie. We got Mr. Jerry Soto, who he and I worked for the Dallas Cowboy Pro Shop back in the day, back in San Antonio. He left, I carried on and went for multiple more years. But I think, Jerry, you will agree with me that from working with the Cowboys Pro Shops, we kind of became jersey snobs. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, oh, I mean, I wouldn't quite say connoisseur. Snob is probably a little more accurate. We have pretty strong opinions, you and I, and we don't always agree. So this is going to be kind of fun, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome, man. So what we're doing is, as I in the intro, we talked about, we have each picked 5 jerseys that we are going to go back and forth on them and determine which ones we like, which ones we agree with, and which ones we disagree with. And one of the caveats to this is if he says one that I have on my list, I got to remove it and figure out something else while we're going. So it's going to be fun, man. I
Yep.
think I think it's going to be good. You can see we're both rocking a couple of throwback jerseys now. Technically, the Titans had changed up their look. I'm trying to remember when they went to that style because they just changed this year, which we'll talk about that. But they went to
Hmm.
that style. It feels like just a few years ago, and then they
Yeah,
kind of abandoned it pretty quick.
yeah. I think it was more of like a tweak on the Tennessee Oilers because when they came over, they kind of still had the whole Oilers motif going on. I mean, they were the Tennessee Oilers, right? So I think it was pretty quickly after that they did a rebrand. So that would have been maybe early 2000s. And then I
Yeah,
think these were just kind of like they tweaked that same jersey because like the little fiery like logo on the helmet that goes way back.
mhm.
So this is really like the rebrand now feels like it's really going back home. And if you're a Texans fan, you should really just get over it.
Yeah, so the Oilers came over, and the only reason I know this is I had a guy give me a hat, which I have since given to a friend of ours who is a Titans fan from the get-go. That was a 1998 Tennessee Oilers, and it said inaugural season on it. So it
Huh.
was 98, they were the Tennessee Oilers, and I
Yep.
think by 99 they had changed to the Tennessee Titans, which
Yep.
they wore that jersey, I want to say up until like 2018, which is
Hmm.
when they debuted the one like Mr. Soto is wearing.
Yeah.
And then they just changed them up this year, which will that come into play today?
I'm a shut up, man.
Or will it not?
We'll see.
So, and then here I am rocking my 1990s Troy Aikman reverse double star, which a lot of y'all youngins don't know about this.
Hmm.
Y'all, that people look at this and they go, "Oh, that's the throwback." Technically, yes, but not the current throwback that they wear. So we're
Hmm.
going, maybe we get into that as well.
I don't know. We're gonna see.
All right. So, Jerry, let's get it going, man. So, what is your number five?
My number five is the Barry Sanders era light blue Lions jerseys.
Ooh, yeah,
Because it's got that like icy blue, and it's the Oiler fan in me, that really likes it. But that silver just really pops. And to me, I'm a big fan of less is more. I like my jersey simple and bold and iconic. So to me, it's one of the coolest throwbacks of all time,
yeah,
especially if it's a Sanders jersey.
yeah. I'll agree with that, man. I'm not a Lions fan by any
No,
means. I'm a fan of their current head coach, but
yes, Dan
as a
Campbell.
yep, Dan Campbell as a former fighting Texas Aggie and
Mm-hmm.
a former Dallas Cowboy.
Uh huh.
I'm a fan of his, but yeah, I'll agree with that, man. That iconic blue, and it was
Yeah.
the what did they call it? Like the Ford blue, or there was a name to it
Uh,
that went along with the Detroit motif
it
of
wasn't Motor City Blue, was it?
it's something like that. It's something
Yeah.
like that, right, that they have. So yeah, that's a good one, and one of
Mm-hmm.
my favorite videos of all time. And if you haven't seen it, y'all go find it online because it's amazing and it's hilarious. Is Drewski, the comedian, is sitting on ESPN and he's wearing a Barry Sanders jersey and it's backwards, so it says Sanders across here sitting with Stephen A. Smith on one side, and I want to say it's Megan McNutt is
Mm-hmm.
sitting on the other side, and she makes the comment that he is wearing a Shador Sanders jersey, and she's like, "Well, I see you wearing the Shador Sanders jersey, so making a statement there," and he goes, "No, no, 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 no. Well, this is Barry Sanders."
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not even close to like a Cleveland
No.
Browns
No. Like, why would she?
Shador's.
Yeah. Come on.
It's so stupid.
Shador, you want to go with that? That
Uh,
would have been, it's a B minus, but
she doesn't
I'm a
have
dad
a.
officially, so I get to use it.
That's right. She doesn't have a foot to stand on, just like Dion. So, we're gonna have stuff we gotta cut out. Anyway, all right, that's a good one, dude. That's a good one. So we're gonna pick. Let's see, my number five, which I put honorable mentions on my list because we may get into those, we may not, but they're the ones for my alternates. But my number five favorite jersey of all time is the Tampa Bay Creamsicle jerseys.
I was so close to picking that one because it's like that jersey to me is like an English bulldog. They're
Very
so effing ugly that they're kind of adorable. Like, why would you go with that? But look at you go. It's like,
yeah.
yeah, but they're clean and they're kind of cool looking. I guess I got you.
There's something iconic about to me. I liked when the Buccaneers changed up their style after the creamsicle
They're
when
cool. Yeah,
the year they went on and they won the Super Bowl with Brad
yeah.
Johnson at
It's
quarterback
Raiders.
and
Yeah.
everything. But there's something iconic about that 90s Tampa Bay like style. That's such a unique color.
It really
Most
is.
most teams, whenever you look at like an orange that they use, you look at the Longhorns at the
Yeah.
Texas University. Uh,
Had to.
it's that burnt orange. It's a dark orange. Any
Yeah.
team that really uses orange, even Cleveland, the Browns,
Hmm.
they use that almost darker shade of orange. It's still bright, but it's not like bright bright.
I think the closest jersey I can think of NFL wise would be like, and I think they brought it back this year, but the Elway era orange
The
Broncos
Orange
jersey.
Crush
But
style.
but
Yeah.
even that isn't quite right. It's not the
Yeah.
same.
I mean, whenever you call this jersey a creamsicle, that is
Yeah,
truly the best way to describe it
it
because
kind of is.
it is the same look to it. So
Yeah,
that is my number five,
that's a good pick, man.
the creamsicle jersey because I love that they're bringing it back. And one of my favorite NFL players of all time is Mike Evans, and
Mm,
I bought both of his creamsicle jerseys, the white and
yeah, the
the
orange.
the orange when he left. One of them is like the like vapor, rush and everything, the
Mhm.
nicer style, and then the other one has the 50th patch. I'm a very big collector. Again, if y'all go watch our channel, a Ducking Wrestling podcast, I am now 27 months in without a repeat jersey. So
Jesus.
yeah, I am a collector. I am and Jerry made the comment earlier about being, jersey snobs versus connoisseurs. I consider myself a connoisseur.
That's pretty fair.
If I see you in an eBay jersey, I'm going to be able to tell you that it's an eBay jersey and I can tell you why it's an eBay jersey. And funny enough story, uh my for Mr. Soto's birthday,
Oh yeah.
a friend of his, my cousin, was looking to get him a birthday present. She sent me a picture of a jersey she was looking to get, and it was from eBay. And I said, absolutely not. I
Yeah.
won't let you do that. And we eventually found him an official, nice Houston Astros jersey. But I digress on
It
that.
was Nolan
So,
Ryan. It was
yeah,
Nolan Ryan. Come on.
beautiful.
Yeah. I guess he could have been the Rangers, Nolan Ryan, but
She
I
didn't want to.
like the funky colors.
She didn't want to pay that much. So,
Yeah, that's right.
all
Yes.
right, man. Give me your number four.
Number four. So I went to Incarnate Word, and it's not because of that. I guess that's just kind of the way it went down. But my favorite color combination is red and black. And when I think red and black combinations in the NFL that really stand out to me, number four for me has to be the Michael Vick era Falcons jerseys. That's the one jersey on my list that's like not the traditional, like classic kind of NFL jersey. But damn, those things were sweet, man. I love those.
Yeah. Oh, they are with the single like pin that comes
Yeah.
up the top.
The way it comes off his shoulders like that. They just
Yeah,
look mean.
that is a beautiful, beautiful jersey, and even the white version of that,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
the red version, the black version, the white version. I
Hmm.
know whenever the Falcons changed up their uniforms a few years ago, where they went with the ATL and
Yeah.
all that, it was
Eh.
pretty controversial with that, and they just did a revamp of their jerseys coming into this season, the
Hmm.
2026 season, and a lot of people were wanting to go back to those old Falcon jerseys. Now,
Because they were perfect.
well, let me say this, man. What we're encountering now in 2026 is a reemergence of the 90s style. And what I mean by that is when we were back in the 90s, a lot of teams decided to change up their uniforms. You had the Seattle Seahawks
Hmm.
changed theirs. You had the Dallas Cowboys update theirs. You
Hmm.
had the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, you had countless teams that went into the mid to late 90s, early 2000s, completely revamping your uniform.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were so in favor of it because they were bored of the 90s traditional style.
Yeah.
Now we're looking back on it 30 years later, and people are starting to realize, like, man, it wasn't that bad. You look at the number of teams now that
Yep.
are doing throwback
Hmm.
uniforms, like the one that jumps out to me automatically is the Seattle Seahawks.
Hmm.
They're right now, or last year, they revamped their throwbacks and they're wearing their 90s throwbacks, and
Yeah.
everybody's like, these are the greatest throwbacks of all time. The color combination, the color scheme, the this, the that. I'm like, yeah, y'all hated that back in the 90s.
Yeah. Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
every team is doing it.
And it kind of stands like that. I think you are onto something there because that spans across leagues. If you look at the NBA in the 90s and you look at teams like Detroit, they because every team was so basic and since the inception of the NBA that in the 90s you get like the Bucks that all of a sudden like I'm thinking of like the Michael Red jerseys with like the cool I like the logo and everything's different but
Yep.
like Detroit's logo that has like the stallion on it with like the Pistons logo on there like those were so sweet and then the NFL I think kind of followed suit with that because they saw that fans liked the new flashy thing. Like I'm thinking of like, and I know they were an expansion team, but like the Raptors, like that was cool, and people want that back now. So it kind of does all come around. But I
Yeah, but
still love classic styles. So
and maybe we're just getting to that age, to that point where that look is being desired, where stuff that people just kind of hated back in the 90s, like we're just saying, it's been long enough now that you're looking back on it as fondness. And
Mhm,
one of my favorite quotes is from the movie Watchmen,
mhm,
where the Silk Spectre is telling her daughter, she goes, the future looks bleak, but the past keeps getting brighter.
mhm.
And I
Yeah,
think that's what's going on, man. I
yeah,
think we're having so many resurgence of the 90s. Dallas Cowboys, I hope you're listening with these jerseys here.
for
Uh,
real.
that I truly think that it's secular. Like we're gonna come back to a point where everybody's gonna hate the jerseys,
Hmm.
and we're finally gonna have to, in 30 years, the Falcons jerseys that they just had with the ATL, people are
Hmm.
gonna be like, they weren't that bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
They
for
were
sure.
pretty cool.
And
So
and it goes beyond style even like and by the way people don't love these things ironically. They truly love the old look. So it is real. It's genuine. But even like style wise, and I'm sorry I keep going back to the NBA because that's my personal league of choice,
Chip, I'm gonna come at you like a spider monkey.
and I watch it more closely than the NFL. But that said, you look at even the style of jerseys themselves, the cut. Back from 70s, 80s, you had shorts that were like mid thigh or higher. And now you go to the 2000s and they're hanging way below the knee. And it was super bad. Think of like Mike Bibby, or Jason Williams, like the baggy look. And now they're back to mid thigh.
yep.
And I'm sure there's, it's going to keep going. But yeah, no, I mean, everything changes, fashion in general, but definitely jerseys. I think that's correct.
It's just funny to watch it go so.
It just means we're old.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're definitely that. Well, here in that same sense. So the jersey I'm wearing is a true Mitchell and Ness jersey. Which, if
Mhm.
any of y'all know Mitchell and Ness, they
Heck
do
yeah.
their stuff in the style of the times. And this was
Yes.
the 1996 jersey. And look at where the sleeves go.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
See,
uh,
it's the cut. The cut's different.
yeah, it's completely different, which is weird because look, Jerry, show us where your cut is at on your sleeves.
So let's see. Can y'all kind of see that?
A little bit lower to the right.
Oh, which right there. Boom.
Yeah, it's a lot higher
Yeah,
up now
way
than
higher.
it was back then. So,
Yeah.
all right. So let's see here.
So where are we?
So I
I
think
don't even know where we're at.
I
Oh,
think
I just picked Nick. I
we're
just
on
picked
mine.
Nick.
We're on my number four. Your
There
number
we go.
four was the Falcons.
Yes. Okay. Good.
So my number four, which I think Mr. Soto is going to find controversial here,
Okay.
is I am going with the new Tennessee Titans blue and white uniforms. Now, I'm going to preface this with the blue and white combination because whoever designed that blue, kudos to you. But when you have the white on white or the blue on blue Man, it's close to the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
It's close to that aqua color that the Dolphins are using.
Mm-hmm.
But the blue on white, beautiful. It's a nice nod to the Houston Oilers, to the tradition that the Titans brought in, with also a nod to Tennessee and appreciation for what has been done in Tennessee since leaving Houston.
Yeah.
Mr. Soto, your case on that.
I don't think that's controversial at all. Actually, I think that those are sweet jerseys, man. I want to get my hands on one. That blue base with that white, I love how it pops. It's the same sort of thing with the Sanders jerseys, with the old Seahawks jerseys, even with the Buccaneers jerseys that you just brought up, which I do find a little more controversial. But that pop, because a lot of people don't like the Buccaneers jerseys. That's why I say that. But yeah, no, I'm all for it, man.
But
Like
it's
I'm
okay for them to
excited.
be wrong. So
It's okay. No, I mean they tried something and it worked. I mean, if you don't like it, you don't like it. But no, for sure, solid jersey. But no, I am very excited about the rebrand, the logo, everything the Titans are doing, man. And God, like what a time, because Cam Ward is our new quarterback who once played for my beloved UIW Cardinals. I want a Cardinals jersey of that man. That would be sick. I mean, he was only there for like a season, but still, he's a Cardinal. Okay, who
yeah,
cares?
yeah.
He touched ground in San Antonio, so that's pretty cool. But
The
no, I think that's a great pick.
the idea of and I like the Titans as I will always be a diehard Cowboys fan.
Yeah,
Like Dallas Cowboys tattoo,
yeah.
everything. But I like the Titans. I have no hate for them. If they ever play the Cowboys, Cowboys all the way. But
Mm-hmm.
the Titans, being a former Houston team, their future is bright. Uh
Yeah.
Tate coming in at wide receiver, that was such an awesome pick. And the fact that this year the Tennessee Titans will get another alternate uniform that has yet to be released. I
Mm-hmm.
believe those are going to be released August 26th before the start of the regular season. They will be announcing the rivalry for the AFC South. So I'm psyched up about that too.
Yeah.
I may be finding one of those jerseys as well that I
Mm-hmm.
can convince my wife that I need. So yeah, that was my pick. I love the color scheme. The new logo I think is really nice. I think Tennessee knocked it out of the park with this rebrand.
The one caveat is, and this is not related to the jersey itself, but as a fan, A.O. Maynard just injured his shoulder today. So I don't mean to put a damper on things because Ward's doing crazy stuff in the off season, but it's like, why? You know.
Yeah,
Anyway,
training camp and preseason are a scary time to
super
be
scary.
a fan, which
It's
officially
those
I
non-contact injuries, man. Like they
yeah.
just freak accidents. Like
Yeah,
it
which I
sucks.
forgot to tell you, sir. Welcome back to the NFL season officially tonight. We have the
Oh
Hall of Fame
yeah,
game. Well,
yeah.
so
Thanks for
now
having me.
I just dated the episode, but we're back, baby.
Yes.
Like we are getting it go. All right, Bubba, give me your number 3. Let's see what you got here.
Let's see. Number 3. Not a super exciting pick, but I think they pop and they look great. Okay, I kind of lied when I said that the Vic jerseys were going to be like the one non-traditional jersey. My last two definitely are. Um, but I just think they look so freaking sick, especially on Ray Lewis. I'm gonna go with the Baltimore Ravens blacks. Those
Ooh.
are sick. I think they look so freaking cool, man. I don't know what it is. I mean, just the combination of the black and purple, and it just looks dark and just Edgar Allan Poe and they just. And then I think of Ray Lewis just coming at you, and they're just mean, man. They're cool jerseys.
100%, dude. Yeah, that dance of Ray Lewis coming out of the
Yeah,
tunnel, the idea of the black just getting it. Oh yeah, yeah, the
yeah,
black
they
and
look mean,
purple.
dude.
Dude, I almost so full disclosure before we came on, I have my giant closet that is nothing but my jerseys. needed help picking them out. Let my daughter help me go in there. Let Mia go in, and she looked at
Mistake
that
number
purple.
one.
She looked at that purple one, and she was like, I have a Lamar Jackson, but it's the
Mm.
purple with the gold numbers. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
it's pretty clean.
those are
And
cool too.
yeah, the black on purple, there's something special about it. Now, with that, another team that unveiled new uniforms for this coming season. They didn't change a whole lot, so the black still looks great. Have you seen their black on black helmets?
No, I have not.
Dude, that's awesome. I am going to send you a picture of the helmet. I want your
Okay.
live reaction. This is their new third helmet or second helmet, whatever it may be. Their alternate helmet that goes with their all black jersey. So he's got a flip over on the side
Oh, dude.
with the red eyes.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah, that's awesome. See, and that's kind of like the spirit of the jersey that I like. It's just like we're coming for you.
What did he say?
That's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
I'm excited for those.
Yeah, and now I will say the jersey and pant combo that it goes along with, it's a weird combination, but we'll
Yeah,
see how it looks on the field.
yeah,
I'm hoping that they wear it a couple of times at least this year so that we can get the full kind of visual of it.
yeah. And I feel like sometimes when they do that, they'll give it a test run and they'll see it on the field and then maybe kind of tweak things a little bit here and there. But I mean, regardless, that helmet is sick.
Yeah,
That's awesome,
yeah.
dude. I'm really a fan of that.
The red eyes. It's
Yeah,
so
that's what
cool.
it is.
And just so everybody sees, it is now 6 o'clock on
Woohoo!
Thursday. The NFL has officially come back. We are in the
Yeah.
NFL season. We are back, baby. We are back. Sorry. All right.
Oh man, it's the little
Sorry.
things.
Sorry. Got to get super excited about that. All right. My number 3 jersey, which is going to be highly controversial.
Of course, why wouldn't it be?
Because, well, I think it's going to be surprising for you. I think you're going to be surprised that I picked this one.
Okay.
So we're going with the Philadelphia Eagles.
I was so close, and
Hold
I am
on. Hold
shocked that
on.
you picked it.
Hold on.
I already know what you're
The
gonna say.
90s Kelly green jerseys,
Yep.
but the white, not the green,
Oh,
the white.
that is interesting. Why the white?
I like so the green ones are really nice. And it's hard for me to say that. And I want y'all to understand when I say that I hate the Giants, the Commanders, and the Eagles, I truly mean it. We are in a fantasy football league all together. And in all of my leagues, all 3 leagues that I'm in, I will not pick inside the NFC East outside of Dallas because I don't want a reason to cheer for any of those terrible teams that I just mentioned.
I love
That's
that
how
for
much
so
I
many
hate them.
reasons.
But I will say the 90s Kelly white jerseys, which there has been rumor that they will wear them at some point this year. The contrast. So I like the Kelly green with the white numbers. I think that looks good. But the other side of that, the white with the Kelly green numbers and the eagle on the sleeves, there's
Mhm.
something about that just it's so clean to me.
It
And
really is.
I don't like the fact that with those they wear gray pants. I think
Yeah,
that looks terrible. But going off of jerseys themselves, the white with the Kelly green, I think there's something really, really nice about it.
I agree, man. But I love the Kelly Green one. If I were a fan, I would own freaking 12 of those, dude. They're so freaking cool. And green, like as a color, everyone loves the blue and red, but there's not a lot of green, so it's cool when you wear it. You feel like you're kind of standing out, and they did at the time, you know. And I really liked the rebrand. Like I think it was during the McNabb years, right, when they went to like the newer jersey colors, and then they went to the Super Bowl against Brady. I think that was pretty close to the rebrand. I want to say those were great
Yeah.
too, but man, yeah, I love the Kelly Green, man.
Well,
I love it.
the rebrand that they did at that point is what they're basically still wearing now. They
Right?
haven't,
Yeah.
yeah, they haven't done anything since then. But
No.
yeah, my neighbor, well, my former neighbors, David, he was a huge Eagles fan.
Ooh, that had to
And
be fun.
well, yeah, oh no, dude, he and I talked so much, like
Exactly.
bop us back and forth, but like we loved it. Like
Yeah.
Sunday mornings, I'd walk in the backyard with a cup of coffee, let the dogs out. He'd be out in his backyard, and I'd look over and be like, "Hope the Eagles died today." And he'd be like, "Yep, you too." It's like shit like that.
Yeah.
But he was such a diehard Eagles fan because he's from the Maryland area, but
Okay.
he's a Philly fan. And I would always be kind of jealous about it, man. That he would like I'd see him leave in the morning and he'd have on like the Kelly Green sweater with the old Eagles logo and stuff. And I'm like, man, that's fucking cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
That is
now,
dope.
my favorite, and with that being said, my favorite logo for the Dallas Cowboys will always be the Cowboy Joe logo.
Yeah.
Like if they put out anything that I think is reasonable, I will buy that.
Hmm.
Like that.
And it's funny to me how many like actual Cowboys fans are just unaware of that. Like
Yeah.
they don't know about that specific logo, which I think that's what they had because the Cowboys came in as an expansion team in 1960, I believe,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And I want to say during the Don Meredith years and then in the Staubach, that was pretty much like their primary. No, was it?
No, they kind of used it a little bit, but
I feel like it was
not.
more prevalent, at least. Like it was
No,
there.
it really wasn't because, and it was something that plagued not only the Cowboys, but the Patriots as well,
Yeah.
was the amount of money it took to print up something that detailed didn't make
Ah,
sense. So the Patriots had their Pat Patriot who's
yeah,
down in
yeah.
three-point
With
stance
the
and all that.
right.
They had stopped using that early on because it cost so much money to print that logo because it was so detailed, which is kind of the
Right.
same thing with the Cowboys. The original Cowboys helmet, the original Cowboys helmet was dark navy blue
Hmm.
with Cowboy Joe on both sides.
Right. That's what I think of exactly.
Right, but the cost of it was going to be too much. So they went with the star and that stuck ever since, but the Cowboy Joe has become more prevalent recently than any other time just because the Cowboys have started leaning more into their legacy because they
Yeah.
kind of have to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then they lean into the current stuff, which don't even get me started. I could do a whole rant.
Mhm.
I could do a whole rant.
See, you told me not to, and now you're doing it.
I'm gonna cut that part out.
All
I
right.
can
Fair enough.
I could do a whole rant on the Dallas Cowboys color scheme right now with the multiple shades of blue, the multiple
Yeah.
shades of gray. I mean, it's infuriating to me.
With something like that, just stick with what works. Because okay, the pants. I think the pants that I'm thinking of from the '90s. There is a tinge of green in the gray, isn't there? Technically,
There
there's
still
like
is. There's still well, it's the home pants. The home pants that go with the white top.
right, right.
They're called like I'm trying to remember the name. It's like dolphin
It's
gray.
something.
It's
Yeah,
something weird.
but
Yeah,
it is there is green in it if you look
right,
closely. Yeah.
right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. There's a little bit of green in there. Yeah.
That's what I was hoping it would trigger. Yeah, so yeah, I will I hate putting the Eagles on here, but I'm gonna have to
I am
because
shocked that
yeah.
you did.
Oh, I know.
That's like that blows my mind. But I came this close to putting them as my number 5.
Yeah.
just to make you mad, but also they're sick. But I would have picked the Kelly Green.
Yeah. No, the Kelly Greens are nice,
Yeah.
but not as nice. But hey, before we get into our top ones, we got two each left.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a quick break and then y'all stick around because my number one is gonna be very controversial. So y'all
Oh,
hang on. We'll
say
see y'all.
less.
We'll see y'all on the backside.
Please come back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome to Too Hard, Too Fast.
Too hard, too fast.
Too hard, too fast.
Too hard, too fast.
Welcome to Too Hard, Too Fast.
Welcome back. Too hard, too fast. Where we go off the rails and George has to worry about it. So here we go.
Find Too Hard, Too Fast podcast on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube.
Welcome back, everybody. We are back in. We are down to the top two for each of us. So I've got a couple of honorable mentions that if you don't select one of mine, I want to do at the end, but we'll cross that bridge.
I'll pull them off the top of my head. I got some.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge with the toll troll when we get there. So, Gary, what is your number two pick?
My number two pick is the 1994 Dallas Cowboys Navy. Because it had, I think, the silver in the on the numbers, and it was at the time, and during that time, I think it's more nostalgic for me because I had an Emmitt Smith jersey in that same style, and I remember wearing it, and it was during the era of the Cowboys. The Rockets were riding high, so it was just fun to be a sports fan. I was 9 years old, so. I don't know, something about that particular jersey. It's probably kind of underwhelming that I would pick that as my number two. And maybe that's controversial, but I don't really care. That's my number two pick. So, it's, I still remember, yes, that's it. That's the one. Yeah. Oh my God. That's oh. Okay. And who was it Starter that made those? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember.
Yep, they were made by Starter. I believe 1994 was the last year that the Cowboys wore those because in 1995 they went to the double star on the sleeves that they that they still currently wear.
Yeah. But I love, man, that combination of just that the silver and that dark navy blue was so sick, man, and they were so dominant and so likable that people hate the Cowboys now, but they didn't in the 90s. I mean, they really were America's team, man. They were solid. They were fun to watch, and I freaking loved Emmitt Smith, man. I wish I could find another one. Those were amazing.
Well, the whole story about how the Cowboys became America's team started in the 1960s.
Right.
And it all was based around the fact that when the Cowboys became a franchise, there were no NFL franchises south of Washington, D.C., and the Redskins had the market on them. And the story goes was that Washington would not be part of the unanimous consent to allow the Cowboys to come into the league. And so what the Cowboys did was they found out that the Redskins anthem, Hail to the Redskins, was up to purchase, and the Cowboys bought the rights to Hail to the Redskins and then told them, we will not let you play this unless you let us in, thus letting the Cowboys in at that time. But yeah, that goes back to the late 80s, early 90s. That is, dude, you hit a nail on the head there. That is one of the best jerseys the Cowboys have ever worn, because whenever you looked at the color coherency, it matched. Now, the white has not matched since Roger Staubach was there, but the navy worked because it was navy jersey, gray numbers, gray pants, gray helmet. Yeah, that is by far one of mine. And yes, this is my original
Yeah.
1990. This
Look at it.
one, this
Look
one
how
that I
worn it
have,
is. Look how worn it is. Like
yeah,
that's sick, dude.
and this one is made by Logo.
Ah. Ah.
But that's this one. That's not because I think at this time it was Starter. It may have been Logo that
Yeah.
was doing them. I'm
Yeah.
not 100% sure, but yeah,
Yeah.
that is one of my favorites, dude. You knocked that one out of the park. That should have been your
I
number
appreciate
one.
it, man. I appreciate it. Hey, no, I think you probably already know what my number one is.
We'll see.
You know. You know. Okay, what's your number two? I want to hear your number two.
My number two is one you're gonna hate.
Why?
My
I
number
haven't hated
two.
anything you've said.
My number two is the Red Patriots throwback jersey that originally was from the 1970s and
Yep.
80s and
Okay.
then took over once it got kind of removed. They brought it back in the early 2000s for their AFL 50th anniversary. They brought it back once it was more financially responsible to do the
Yeah.
logo.
Uh-huh.
They brought it back. It has been kind of a staple ever since. That is my number two. I love the red, white, and blue with the bright red, the bright blue, the white, the Pat the Patriot down in the
Yeah.
3-point stance. Like there's something to me about that is just it's so much better than their current color scheme. Like I like their
Yeah.
current color scheme, but the navy, like the dark blue, like it just seems kind of like not dreadful, but just kind of like
A little lackluster.
it's that late 90s, early 2000, almost kind of goth style where it's like, oh well, we're darker now. We're
Yeah.
because that's what all the teams did in the 2000s was every team that had these bright colors
Yeah.
suddenly were like, no, we got to go darker. Like we're emo.
Yeah, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that if that's like the ethos of your team. Like the Ravens are allowed to do that because they're the freaking Ravens.
Right.
They can go as black as that freaking amazing helmet you showed me, and they could still go darker because they're the Ravens. But if you're the Pats, it's like no, like you're the Patriots. Like you should like be emboldened by the red, white, and the blue. Like there's no excuse for you to hide the red. And I think that of the red, white, and blue, the red is like it's kind of underrepresented, I guess, because for whatever reason, but like it's like an accent color almost.
Yeah.
And like most like American merchandise, like even in like soccer jerseys and stuff, like it's more of the blue and the white. So I respect it. Like I'm not a Pats fan. I know like nominally we're kind of a Pats fan, like a little bit of a Brady fan. So I get it. But yeah, I mean they weren't bad. I like the stripe on the armband. Like that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And they were classic. They were clean jerseys. So I ain't mad at it. It's not a bad pick.
If your colors are red, white, and blue, and you're the Patriots in New England, your
Yeah.
colors should never vary away from the American flag.
No,
color scheme.
you're locked in. You
Yeah,
are locked
I think that's
in.
automatic. I
Yeah.
think that should be like you are locked in to the
It
red,
won't
white,
make-
and blue.
It won't make sense any other way.
Right.
Even if you go blue and white or red and blue or red and white, you have to have that tritone like 3-color combination. You have to. So
Yeah.
I'm a fan. I like it. It's a good pick.
All right, man. Hey, so we are down to our number one picks for each, but I did a few honorable mentions on this because I had
Ooh.
to because I'm a Jersey snob. Jerry,
Yeah.
did you do any honorable mentions?
I have some in the back of my mind that I'll just kind of we can let it rip. That's cool.
Okay, so let's do three. We'll do three each, and then
Okay.
we'll do our number one. So Jerry, go
Okay.
ahead. What's your first honorable mention?
Okay. Ooh. So my first honorable mention in no particular order is going to be uh, Indianapolis Colts, Peyton Manning blue.
Ooh,
And
isn't
hey,
that just what they currently wear?
yeah, but I'm being specific. It's the Peyton Manning because I love that guy. I loved watching that guy growing up. Not really growing up. I mean, I was already an adult really watching, but man, that dude could sling it, man. And I'm not I mean, they're our division rivals, so I can't be a Colts fan. But though that particular jersey to me is just sick.
I agree with that. There's something about the floppy jersey, right? Most quarterbacks now have the tight sleeve
Yeah.
jersey or they have the real high up cutoff and everything.
hmm
Peyton Manning
hmm
wore that kind of loose sleeve jersey.
Yeah.
And yeah, Peyton Manning took me to my first fantasy football championship ever. So
Yeah.
but he by that point he was with the Broncos. But
Broncos. Hmm.
yeah, dude, that's a good one. That's a good one. Like the
I
Peyton
think all of
Manning
these are going
era.
to be player specific for me.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
me.
Okay. I'll give you that one. So my first honorable mention, and this was a tough battle between this one and the Kelly Green
Hmm.
Philly, is the 1990s Royal Blue New England Patriots.
Back to the Pats. Okay. Cool.
Okay, so these are the Drew Bledsoe
Yeah.
Patriot with a giant Patriot on the
Uh huh.
sides. There
Yeah.
was something about that royal, and it goes back to the color scheme, right? The royal
Yeah.
blue with those, like, I love those. And if
Okay.
I don't want to pay $400 for
No.
one, but I would totally buy a Drew Bledsoe 90s Patriots jersey. There's
Is
something
it
about them that I love.
is it partially because Drew Bledsoe was the guy at least partially responsible for kind of bringing up Tony Romo when he went to the Cowboys?
No, I'm not even thinking about like his.
It's not a Bledsoe thing.
No, it's not. I just associate Bledsoe with this style
Okay.
because that was when Bledsoe had been drafted, and every year they
Yeah.
were just on the cusp of the Super Bowl, pre Tom Brady era, before they went to the dark navies and everything. Just something about those jerseys I truly love. Like whenever I play on Madden, which we got Madden 27 coming out
Yep.
here in just a few days. Like
Mm-hmm.
if I play the Patriots, I'm gonna use those.
Okay.
Those are my favorites. Even the white, I love the white, but the blues are just amazing for me.
Yeah. Hey, oh yeah.
Dig it. All right, man. What's your next honorable mention?
Because it is my favorite city, and I've wrestled with this for a while, wanting to I do like the team, but like really liking the team because I love the freaking city. I would say the modern. I'm going to say the modern black New Orleans Saints jerseys. I love the Saints jerseys, man. In every iteration, I think the black and gold, and not even because of HM King or like whatever, but like that color combo just pops. I love New Orleans to my core, and to me they're just such a likable team. I would totally get a throwback Drew Brees. I would totally get a throwback Drew Brees. Even modern time, I get like an Alvin Kamara. Like I think they're just amazing. I think they're great jerseys.
The black and gold
With the
is
fleur de lis, it's like perfect
yeah, the
for
black
the
and
city.
gold is a pretty sweet. And whenever he says HM King, that was our high school back in
Right.
South Texas. Um, yeah, you're right. There is something about that black and gold. As much as
Pop.
I want to hate New Orleans for the team. For the
Why?
team. Like, no, I
Okay.
just right, but they're one of those teams we were talking about earlier. Like, there's certain teams it's hard to hate, and they're one of them. Like,
They're hard to hate.
yeah, like in all of my like football
Mhm,
knowledge and stuff, whenever it
mhm, mhm.
comes to the NFC, I kind of want to hate everybody,
Yeah, yeah,
but the New Orleans Saints, it's really kind of hard to hate because when you look at it since Drew Brees, they've kind of been nothing.
yeah. They've kind of faded into obscurity, and just I don't know. Like I'm a fan of New Orleans in general, and just that they've been through so freaking much since Katrina. I mean, some of those houses are still like they haven't been touched, man. If you drive through some of the wards, like
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty heartbreaking. And yet the city is so vibrant and cool and fun and just awesome that like I wanna like them more. I already really like him. But man, yeah, that could I mean, strictly speaking from a Jersey standpoint, I think they freaking pop, man.
I'd agree. That's a good color scheme. Yeah. So my honorable mention, my next one is gonna be the Dallas Cowboys 1996
Oh,
double star jersey,
oh.
baby. This one. Look, they have gone to the their color rush, which they don't use that term anymore, but that's what it
Mm-hmm,
was. The color rush jerseys, which is the opposite of this, white with
mm-hmm,
navy.
mm-hmm.
I love it. Those have always been my favorite jerseys. And on that note, I still have, look at this
Oh man.
worn bad boy. Look at that.
That's
Worn,
pretty sick.
worn, made by one of the worst experiments that the NFL ever did. Apex
Oh, ooh.
on there. Yeah. Smells
Yeah.
like, smells.
Ah, mothballs.
Yeah. That, so I love those, but they've kind of gone back to those with the current color rush style jerseys.
Yeah.
These, the blue with the big ass stars on the shoulders and the white are always going to be one of my favorites, which fun note, the in 1994, whenever they first wore the white version
Mm-hmm.
of this, it would the double star was not a representation of the old 60s jersey. It was actually meant to represent the back-to-back Super Bowls. So fun fact for everybody over there. So yeah, the 96 Cowboys, this one, the Navy, I will say if the Cowboys would bring this back, give me this with navy pants and a flat navy helmet with this star on it all day.
All
All
done.
day.
Yeah. Yep.
Give me that. Just align the colors. That's all I'm going to say. The
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys. I love y'all. Y'all are my favorite team. You always will be. My kids love you. My wife loves you. My mom loves you. My grandmother loved you. Just do me a favor. Align the colors, please. The blues, the
Yeah.
whites, the navies. Align them, please.
Do better, Cowboys.
Get
Do
away
better.
from this random ass shit blue. Anyway, that is my honorable mention. So I will turn it back over to Mr. Soto. What is your last honorable mention?
So I kind of mentioned like the theme of mine would be more like player specific, but still keeping within the parameters of what I like about jerseys, color schemes, and cuts, and the simplicity and everything. And when I thought about it, I was like, I could go merino, because those colors were sick. Um, I could go LT, the dark blue, like New York Giants colors. There's a ton of different. I think I even thought like a Marshawn Lynch, like after they did like the rebrand, like those jerseys popped, man. They were. I know some people hate them, but I thought about it and I'm like, man, I love Lynch. But then honestly, the one player that stood out and I don't mean this to be sappy, and I'm not going to go into all the details. I'm just going to say Pat Tillman red.
Oh, that was
Pat
almost
Tillman
on my
red.
list.
That if that doesn't give you chills when you see the fans wearing it,
Yeah,
you don't have a pulse.
that was almost on my list because one of my favorite things on those jerseys was that it had the Arizona flag on them.
Yeah,
It's a good one. Yeah. I it
yeah.
was it was almost on my choice list because I love those so much.
And just the altruism that it takes to you're there. You're in the NFL. You made it. And to make the choice that he made, he has to go down as the NFL hero. I don't care what record you set. I don't frankly don't I'm getting a little emotional. You did something that very few people would ever make the choice to do. So to me, that's metal, dude. Like that's a bomb jersey.
He made a choice to not only do something that very few Americans will ever do, but he did it while making millions of dollars in the
Yeah.
NFL.
He had a
Yep.
taste. He had everything.
Yeah.
He could have had a super long career. He
Yep.
wasn't an untalented dude.
No.
Like,
Yeah. That's that's a good one. And that one, that kind of I was like, that one was on my list,
yeah,
but it didn't quite make it onto it once I
exactly.
got
Because
into other stuff.
it's the
Yeah.
Cardinals still, and it's like the jersey itself isn't super impressive, but the heart behind it,
Yeah.
mm,
Absolutely.
God.
All right. So
What's yours?
my last honorable mention is one that has recently debuted as a throwback jersey. It is the original Jacksonville Jaguars debut uniforms.
Mm,
We are talking the green teal with the
the little,
Jaguar
yeah.
on the
Okay.
sleeve. To me, that just there's something about it, like putting your freaking mascot just across your sleeve, like that teal color, that they've almost kind of changed over the last few years.
Yeah.
Not a huge fan of the changes. Like,
Mm-mm.
go back to the original. Give me that original, like, concept. Like,
Yeah.
give me that jaguar across your freaking sleeves. Like,
Yeah, it looked cool. It looked mean, man. Yeah, I'm with you there. Again, another division rival. I don't like them,
oh, that's
but
right.
their jerseys pop, man. Their jerseys do pop.
That color, that green teal, there's something about it that is just really, really pretty. Like
Yeah,
the green teal with the gold and the black, just
it's like the contrast, and
yeah,
I think that's what I think that's consistent with every jersey I've chosen is that there's got to be a contrast. It can't blend too much because then it's like I don't know. For me, it's kind of forgettable.
yep,
But yeah,
absolutely.
solid choice, man. It's a good
All
one.
right. Hey, we are down to our number one picks on both sides. This is going to be interesting. I'm really curious. I'm really really wondering. We're going to take one break. We're going to take another break real quick before we come back cuz I think we both have to pee-pees. So
I gotta pay.
we'll be right back. Y'all hang out and we'll see you on the other side.
Previously on a Duck and Wrestling podcast.
Raven rules.
When the bell rings loud on the
I don't think that was the same, but all right.
Have a good night.
He's from like he's part of
It's a nice day. It's a nice day. I fucked with that.
In
the 90s, that was a nice
It's a Duck and Wrestling podcast where the laughs come fast and the matches last from the first bell ring to the final pin.
Welcome back in, everybody. Here we go. We are down to the number one choices for both of us. All right, Mr. Soto, you are on the clock.
So for my number one pick, to me, it's I think for you, it's gonna be super obvious, but I'm thinking like 85 to 90s. I mean, really, it's the whole beginning of the franchise. But the light blue, love you blue, the Oilers of the '90s, the Warren Moon just was peak. That was peak. Like, that I am an NBA fan first and foremost. So the ketchup mustard Olajuwon is amazing. He's my favorite player in any, or like the old '90s throwback rainbow like Astros. Love it. Amazing. Nothing compares to the '90s blue with like the white numbers with the red accent. Ah, that's the one. That's the one. And that's why I'm so freaking excited that the Titans have gone back to that. They've gone back to that motif. Because why would you ever move away from it? It's the most boneheaded thing ever. The fans have been screaming for that to come back. And it's finally back, baby. Yeah, it's time. That's my number one.
That's a good pick. Yep. So the Houston Oilers uniforms from back, I guess, really most of their time as a franchise outside of their AFL, because that's what I
Mm-hmm.
was about to ask you. Like, so back in the AFL days, their
Mm-hmm.
color scheme was just the powder blue with white, powder
Right.
blue helmets, white
Yeah.
helmet.
Yeah.
I do love that style. But once they added the red, once they kind of darkened the blue,
Mm-hmm.
not a whole lot,
Yeah,
and
just a
with the
bit.
helmets to the
Yeah.
white with the blue derrick with the red outline.
It needs the red. It needs
Yeah,
the red. I'm fine. That's kind of my attitude toward it. I'm fine with like the old AFL, like the white and the blue. It's good. I'm fine with it, but it needs the red. And that kind of goes back to what we were talking about with the Patriots, how red is a great accent color for the blue and the white. But man, I can totally see the Oilers going to a red jersey and totally making something of that. So I get it. I kind of get that train of thought for sure. And I feel like a lot of fans would be up in arms about it. But it could be fun. But no, there's something about that red accent that just sets it off, dude. It's the contrast.
yeah,
It's what I'm saying. It's that contrast that makes the blue and the white pop.
yeah. Now
You have to have it.
here's my counterpoint to you talking about
Okay.
why the Titans would ever change it. Titans had to establish their own identity early on.
Sure. Sure.
And they managed to keep the color scheme, but not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They had to separate themselves. They had
They're
to
a product of
become
what you were talking about earlier, where the teams kind of darkened everything
yeah,
because they went primarily Navy. And Navy wasn't really, it wasn't a part of the Oilers color scheme.
not at
Navy
all.
never entered the chat. And
Yeah,
then all of a sudden it became this, where it's like, yeah, you get some of the light blue and the white, and there's red in there because of the Tennessee flag, but it's navy is the primary color. And initially I was just kind of like, man, to me that's messing with a great thing, but I get your point. You have to you have to do something different.
dude, I will give you that. I thinking about it, yeah, I kind of should have figured that would be your number one pick.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, as long as I've known this man for the last
Oh, dude. But has it
29
no?
years.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's got to be close to 30.
29, 30 years, always a
Yeah,
fan of the Houston teams. And
for
yeah,
whatever reason.
that's a good pick. Well, here we go. Last
All right,
one.
let's hear it.
Last pick. I'm sure it's been a mystery this whole time that Mr. Soto has been talking, but my number one uniform of all time, the Dallas Cowboys throwbacks, their originals from the 1960 to, I believe, 65 season was
Hmm.
whenever 66 was whenever they changed to the all white, the all navy,
Yeah,
everything. They brought these back in the 2000s. They tried to bring them back in the 90s with Aikman, but they're really kind of fugly.
yeah.
But yeah, these are by far my favorite style with the Dallas Cowboys. I wish they would bring the alternate with the blue and the white.
Oh yeah.
Because the rule with the NFL, and I'm not 100% sure, I know you can only have, I think it's 4 alternate helmets or 3, but the design can be different on the helmet. So that's how teams get around it. But the jerseys, I don't know if there's a limit on how many you can have. Because
I thought it
really,
was 3. I
why
thought it,
would, well, the Cowboys have the white, the navy, this one, and then the double star
okay,
white.
so it can't be 3.
Right. But my theory is, why would the NFL ever limit an NFL team on how many styles of jerseys they can have? Because they want that money.
I think
Why?
after a while it just gets confusing to the fans. And what's
But
important, I
but
don't
you
know.
have
I think that
college,
the identity is important. Like
but college doesn't. I mean,
yeah,
you have teams like Oregon who has a different uniform every freaking week.
yeah.
I mean, it's just more money to the NFL, but it is. I mean, I digress on that.
You know who does it really well? Just speaking now internationally, La Liga MX. If you go seriously, go Google Club America and look at all the different iterations of their jerseys that they have, and all of them are freaking sick, dude. And the
Um,
fans eat it up. But what
I'm glad
stays
you.
consistent is that logo. It's got to be on there. It's got to like. There's the identity is there, and they make it work. So you
I'm
might be
glad you
right.
clarified that because I thought I was going to have to beep you with the N word.
You shout like that, they put you in jail right away. No trial, no nothing.
But but yeah, I don't get why the NFL wants it to be so uniform because I mean I would think that that's just more money to the NFL with the different jerseys, the different types. And y'all in the comments, y'all tell us what you think. Like,
Yeah.
but if you have more of an insight into it, let us know. But I love that the Cowboys have gone to these on Thanksgiving because they're
Hmm.
such a throwback.
Yeah.
This is a custom with my name and number on it. I bought the patch on eBay. My wife sewed it on for me. So,
Little Madden there. That's cool.
love it. Love it. I figured out last year that I could buy just a bunch of patches and my wife knows how to sew. So if I asked her nicely, she would actually do it for me.
So
So
the hardest part was asking nicely.
yeah, that's the worst part. And staying out of arm's reach so she don't swing on me.
Yeah. She got hands, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. But everybody, hey, thank y'all for watching. Jerry, what are you most we have officially kicked off the season? We
It is
are 10
time.
and, 10 and a half minutes into the first quarter of the Hall of Fame game.
It
I
is
am so
time.
excited. Jerry, give me your predictions for the Super Bowl.
Oh shoot. I didn't know you were gonna come at me with that.
Oh, yeah.
Predictions for the Super Bowl. I could go the easy route. There's always a wild card, man. You know what? I think Denver's gonna be pretty dangerous. Denver could definitely be in there. They could be a contender. Um, Also in the AFC, New England's still hanging around. NFC wise, God, I I don't know, man. Like the Bears maybe might be okay. It's hard to say, man. Like I mean, they got their new offensive coordinator. They got their quarterback. They've updated their O line since last season. They've got a decent wide receiver room, but I think it's still Seattle's league to lose. At the end of the day, it's still Seattle's league to lose. I'm just trying to think of like who else in the NFC could really like give them a run for their money. On paper, the Bears don't look bad, but I'll say Seattle's in there. So in the Super Bowl, Seattle, Denver.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Sorry, that was a lot of like internal thought that I just kind of spewed out. But it took me a minute, but I got there.
Look, I am not delusional on
Yes,
NFL.
you are.
I'm not
go ahead.
delusional. So no, I'm really not. So I think on the AFC side, I'm looking at either Denver or Buffalo. It's hard to Buffalo can't quite get there.
Yeah,
They've
there's
never been
something.
able to quite get there, but
Yeah.
I think they're so close to falling over the edge that it's going to be pretty easy for them too. So give me Buffalo and the AFC, and on the NFC side, baby, give me the Cowboys.
Of course. We
Hold
all
on,
knew it
and
was
I'm going to
coming.
tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. So last season, the Cowboys offense led the league in most categories offensively. And if they didn't lead, they were top 5 to top 3 when it came to everything offensively. You give the Cowboys a mediocre defense and not a terrible defense like last year, they are way more of a threat than they were. The
Yeah.
Cowboys got a new defensive coordinator, and bringing in a guy who's never been a defensive coordinator before, which always makes me happy because I want a new guy. Who they brought in, the Philly defensive back coordinator to be our defensive coordinator. You got Caleb Downs. You got a solid defensive line set up. I think there's more out there that they could go get. Jerry, Von Miller is available.
Nah.
Get them, get somebody. If you can have a mediocre to above average defense and just do what you did on offense last year, you're almost unstoppable. So
Yeah.
give me Buffalo, Dallas in the Super Bowl. With that being said, everybody, thank y'all for watching. We will see y'all again. Let's see, man, this may be something that we do more often. Kind of have fun with this Cowboys, I've had fun with this football stuff, man. Something
Yeah, for
different.
sure.
And, we'll see y'all on the other side.
All right. We'll see you.